What's up, everybody? We're back. Boulder Station once again. We're resuming the $20 mixed bag Martingale challenge, or we're trying to attempt to run from $20 doing mixed bag Martingale. I've been out for about a week. I was sick. I had to go to the doctors and recover, but I'm finally back. I printed out a 24.32 ticket. I had 32 cents left. I think we left off at 24.25, so 7 cents up on accident, just to clarify for you guys that are wondering. And let's kick it off here. We're going to start with, I've had luck on the column, so let's start with a column. And we're resuming where we left off, so welcome back. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing. Like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well as the thumbs up, and let's keep this run going here. So getting into it right away, we're playing the first and the second column, I believe that's what you call it, but top and middle. And let's see if we can get a win right away. Usually this machine serves us a loss for the first roll, or the first spin, excuse me. And let's see what happens. 30, I believe that's going to be... All right, look at, we're starting off on the right note, right foot here. We get a win right away. And once again, for those that have missed the first two parts, we started at 20, we got it up to 24.25, and we made about $2 per session. I'm trying to keep it to $2 sessions. Where every time we get a successful hit, we're switching the martingale that we're playing, trying to identify certain patterns. It looks like red's running hot right now. Let's see if we can get the red, otherwise we're going to be martingaling. Another interesting note, I don't know if you guys saw that roulette ball change needed, but I've been doing a lot of research on that when I was sick, and I dug up a lot of interesting stuff. Interblock has their patents available online. I'm not going to get into that stuff now, but definitely worth looking into. Kind of may confirm a lot of people's... Oh, we get a 1 there, and that's a red. So we're going to get 2 hits in a row, and that's what we like to see. But yeah, it can confirm a lot of what you guys think. I don't really want to speculate on it. The patents are there available for everybody to read. But I will be doing an episode on it in the future. Or let's go double dozens now. So we have the first and the last. It looks like the middle's gone dry for quite a while. We have a 14 right there, so it's been about 4 spins. Let's go middle and, or first and the third dozen. 50 cents in play. But I'm going to be doing a video on how I believe these machines produce results. I think it'll be kind of interesting. I think a lot of people are interested and are curious, but given that we have access to the patents, they are publicly available online. There's a lot of information to be gained. So if you want to take a look at them and let me know what you guys think, or have any ideas, or what your interpretation of them is, I'd love to hear it. But yeah, kind of interesting. Basically what I did was type in interblock roulette ball change needed, and it brought me to a specific patent that talks about the mechanism in which they use to, let's go back to the columns over here. Let's go second and third. It talks about the mechanism that they use. They have, the machine has multiple balls, and it has a magazine that it uses to dispense the balls. From what I understand, they're made of what's called a phenolic resin. They do have a core. I'm not going to speculate on what that core is because it says in there, but if you want to take a look. But kind of interesting stuff. So once again, though, I'll be going over that in a future video. I kind of want to just stick to the martingale aspect right now, but something worth looking into if you do play these machines a lot. All right, we get a first hit, or first miss there, excuse me. We get the first column, so now we're going to be martingaling, and that's going to require 75 cents on each of the spots that we were playing that we just missed on. We are 3.5 minutes in, and once again, we're trying to play about 10-minute sessions and seeing how that goes. So far, it's produced around $2 profits, or 8 units per 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get ahead there. We started at 24.32, I believe. We'll see where we're at the end of this, but happy to be back. It's interesting. I pretty much gamble every day, and I had to take about an 8-day break, I think it was, 7 or 8 day break, and gave me a lot of time to think about a lot of different things or approaches, or kind of, you know, take the time to look into how these machines work, and it's really interesting stuff. So, but once again, I plan on doing a deeper dive into that. Oh, 35, are we going to get it? We do, second column. All right, so we're going to get a win there. We risked 150 to try to gain a quarter there. Actually, we technically risked $2 because we lost out on the first one, so small return for a bigger bet. But that's quite one of the things I was thinking about too, is I think that you know, it's okay with the profits that we have to kind of attack in the way that we are. Looks like we got 3 blacks going right now. Let's go for the black. But I do think that a martingale, you're better off limiting your steps rather than just taking an extreme amount of money and willing to go all in. It's kind of reckless. You get to a point where, you know, there's a fine line between risk-reward ratio, and the reward to risk ratio definitely drops off at some point. Whether or not that's comfortable for certain people is for them to decide, but I think that there's a point you reach where the recovery is just, if you lose, it's too steep, you know? But But anyways, we're gonna play this out. We're gonna see if we can continue the run, see how far we can take this. We're only in for 20. I don't mind losing it all. I really want to run it up, but we are willing to accept that we could lose it all. The Martingale is a risky proposition. Let's go. What are we gonna do here? We got 35, 28. We do have evens. Let's go even for the first time. And I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. But basically, we're just trying to utilize all the different Martingale bets that we can on this and see if we can avoid the inevitable bad run. But once again, they can come at any time. Each spin is independent of the other. Each event is completely random, and no past results are indicative of future results. So it's something to always remember. 25, that's a red. That's an odd. I usually do a follow the winner system a lot of times when I do a Martingale with a significant amount of steps. I do like to play for the streak rather than against it. But in this case right here, I'm sticking with whatever I bet in the beginning. So let's go to 50 cents. And let's hope we can get it even on this. I usually don't play the evens or odds. Usually when I do a 50-50 bet, I'm usually selecting black or red or the low or high. But once again, I also said I didn't play the columns, and I started doing that this time. Or I've started doing that during the mixed bag Martingale videos, and I've kind of actually enjoyed it. So maybe I'll look into future systems that utilize the columns more. But for this demonstration purpose, I have been utilizing all the bets, or I'm trying to utilize them all. All right, let's get it even. Let's get it even. 29, we get it odd. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? All right, going to $1. First time going here. And we have $23.82 in the bank. So this is the first time, I guess with the bet we're still up, but it's the first time we've dipped below our initial starting amount. We are a little more than 6.5 minutes in, and we're hoping to get the hit here. I think we can hit that spin ball button. We are the only ones playing. I do like to look around before I start playing at the different people, what they're playing on their kiosks, and most people when they play here are playing craps. If it's early in the morning, there's usually not many roulette players. The only time that these stadiums have a lot of roulette players are at night or on the weekends. But I really don't like playing alone, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to power on, and we're not even going to worry about it. Let's get it. Let's go. Get it even. 31. All right, that's another odd. So we are going to increase to 2, repeat double. Let's see if we can get it. Let's hit that fast bet button. Don't do a sturdy. We're trying to stay positive. And if no one else is playing, this will go to 6 seconds here shortly, right around 12-second mark. Nope, there we go. So no one else is playing when you see that skip. I'm really not sure why when you hit that, it doesn't allow it to go faster. But it seems like this machine likes to pace itself in a certain way. One of the things with the bubble craps machines, the independence ones, you can really control the pace, but they force you to play a higher stake. When you want to play the lower stake stadium, they do the same thing. They basically make you wait 30 seconds or right around there to see each result. And I think that's because of the low stakes. Another one, or we get a 1, which is another odd. All right, so we are sitting at 21.82. We are facing our first resistance during this session. We are doubling to 4. And once again, you know, this is probably about where my intuition tells me that I would probably limit my Martingale. If we lose this, we'll be risking $8 to win a quarter. We're at 4 right now. We're going to stay positive. We're going to get it even here. Looks like it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 since we've had 4 spins, since we have had an even result. So let's hope we can get it here, guys. Send me your positive vibes. Let's make it happen. Let's manifest it. Always positive. Glasses always half full. We are going to get it right here. Give us that even. Let's see, 22. Give us that even. Give us that. There we go, 24. All right, we stuck with our guns. I called for 22, 2 away. All right, so we get the win there. And we only win a quarter for risking all the amount that we did. And that's the downside of the Martingale. You know, I would prefer to go into a grand Martingale if I do go a little steeper in the progression, but we are at 25.82. Let's go back to those trusty columns. Let's go to the top and the second and see what we can do here. We are a little more than 9 minutes in. I don't end a video on in the middle of a progression. I will always see it out. But once again, the goal is to play right around 10-minute sessions to try to limit the time to hopefully avoid the inevitable. But it really doesn't matter, because if we plan on playing for, 5 hours overall, it's essentially one big session anyway. All right, we get a 12. I believe that's in mine. There we go, first column. All right, so we're accumulating the units. We like to have that happen. Let's go. We got 12, 24, 1, 31. So it's been 3 spins since we've seen the third dozen last. So in tradition with going with the winners, let's go 25-25 on the first and the second, and see if we can lock up some more units here. And it's interesting to note, I believe every session that we've played so far, which was only 2 before this, we have had to go decently down into our progression, at least betting $4. I know I had the double dozens. I think I was betting $13.50 at one point during my second session, but we usually do face a little bit of variance, which is to be expected, but we're hoping to ride it out. Let's go. Let's get it. 26. Of course. That's the third dozen. And now, let's go. I think I did say I was going to do follow the winner, so rather than just try to defy it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. So the last 2, we had a first dozen, and then we had the third dozen. So I'm going to take the middle dozen, which is right there, and I'm going to move it over, and we're going to go 75, 75. We're going to hope to get it here. And this will be the last one of this video, and then we'll call this a session and come back and do another one. I hope to accumulate some more units, but I appreciate you guys joining me for this journey. Hopefully we can build it up pretty big. I tried a roulette run from $25. I got it up to like $238 last time, and then I went on I had something happen with the machine, wouldn't let me bet, so I got really frustrated. So I decided to stop that run at like 120, so we ended up making a decent profit. 36. There we go. We're glad we switched. All right, so looks like the machine's not trying to defy us too hard today. Let's see where we ended up at. We are at 26.32. We are in for about 11 and a half minutes, probably around 11 minutes of play. I'm going to hit the cash out button right there. And we are going to come back for another session. So this is session 3. Once again, it was a success. We started at 24.32. We are at 26.32. So once again, we gained about $2 during a 10-minute session. So I guess based on that rate, if you did that, it'd be about $12 an hour profit expected. We're in for 20, so we're trying to avoid that inevitable disaster. But once again, stay tuned, like and subscribe. I got more sessions coming. Until next time.